My name is Michelle Darko, and I am 21 years old.
Alright, and what was the reason like you got into gospel music, or when did you start singing in the choir?
I can't remember the exact date or time, and I just remember from very, very young just always singing where my mom was sing at home, and then I would go with her, like I said, you know, to choir practice. And I think just being around music in general, I fell in love with gospel music. I used to listen all the time to like CeCe Winans, Yolanda Adams, all of these old, you know, gospel artists, and I just kind of fell in love with the genre of gospel and music in general. And then after going to choir practice a lot with my mom, then I just kind of snuck my way in there, and I think I've been singing ever since. So I think a lot of artists will tell you, like, whenever they're on stage, that you really do feed off the energy that the audience gives, and a lot of times it can boost you to, you know, get to that high level of performance that you wanna get to. And singing gospel music, it's on a whole nother level, because, you know, you want there to be this spiritual connection. You're talking about something, you know, you're talking about God and spiritual beings people can't see. So just trying to make an impression and, you know, let people feel the spirit and get moved into the music. So it's very important that, you know, everybody is with you and everybody's connecting and vibing. You're all on the same page and everything. Just to
into gospel music, like recording and things like that?
I've recorded here and there. I actually, the sound guy who works here, me and him actually make like a lot of different recordings of R&B, gospel, different types of songs. And for a long time, like, I really struggled with it because I really do love music and I wanted to pursue a career in it, and I thought, you know, this really could be something I could do. But I think with me, I always like to know, like, you know, I have a good plan and know exactly how I'm going to get there. And a lot of times with the music industry, there's so many ups and downs and you never know. And so, you know, after struggling with deciding what to do, I kind of settled in on going for pre-med. So I'm pre-med now. I'm a senior at Georgetown University. and so that's what I'm focused. That's my main focus now. So singing is kind of on the side, and I do it because I love to do it. And even in high school, I would sing the national anthem like at a lot of different functions in Delaware. And so that's kind of where I started, like outside of the church, singing around Delaware. But I don't know, I struggle. Even today, I'm like, you know, if miraculously one day some music producer finds me and I want to go that path, I will definitely go. But for now, I'm sticking to this. It's kind of like my, I don't want to say plan A and plan B, but, you know, it's two loves that I have. And right now, I'm just pursuing more of my medical career.
I believe God, what He said He will do. I believe God, He will always come through. I will choose to believe. I believe
I said I'm a really, really big Lauryn Hill fan. I love her. Even like Music Soul Child, Anthony Hamilton, like all those songs that just make you feel good. They're smooth, they're nice. And it's like it's not too much, and I think a lot of times the songs now that you hear are too much, kind of like the new Chris Brown versus the old Chris Brown. I'm trying to think who else. Of course, Beyonce, and then I have a plethora of gospel artists that I like Tasha Cobbs. I still like Fred Hammond and Donnie McClurkin and Marvin Sapp. I'm trying to think of all the ones that are on my playlist right now, but I like so many different kinds of music. And I think it's just so nice seeing the different artists and how they come and express themselves in different ways. And I more do prefer like that older version, like maybe the 2000s music versus what's happening now. But I still enjoy the pop upbeats. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like Panda and I like the rest of the things that are coming on now. It is good to party to them. But then when I drive in my car, I don't listen to that kind of music. I more listen to the other stuff. But yeah, so that's what I like.
And I think they care more about the beat now than where they're saying. And so how do you feel about
I just think the music industry in general has gotten to be, or especially the rap industry, has gotten to be something that's quick. People want things they can bang to, they can dance to, and that's where you get Panda, and that's where you get you know, all the songs that people can dab to and do, you know, hit the folks, all this stuff like that. And so it's become less speaking a message, although you still have the J. Cole's and Kendrick Lamar's who come in and, you know, really have something to say. But then you have Designer and you have you know, Young Thug, like, and the people who kind of exactly who are saying God only knows what, and half the time you can't even hear what they're saying. But you know, it's sad, and I guess it's good for them that there's such a big audience for it now. That's what people want to hear. They want to hear those songs that are catchy, that don't make sense, that just have the really nice beat. And I think there is a place for it. Like in the parties, that's the kind of music you want to listen to. That's the kind of turn up music that everybody wants. But if I had a preference for what type of rap music I want to hear, that's not what I want to hear. And I'd rather hear something that, you know, has a message, and something that you know, actually you can hear and understand what they're saying versus what, you know, what's going on now. But I think that's just how I feel about it.
Who's your favorite rap artist of all time?
Of all time? Oh gosh. I don't know.
I hope you say it.
This is hard.
I hope you say the right one.
Who do you think I'm gonna say? I feel like there's two options. There's two options, Tupac or Biggie.
Yeah,
literally there's Tupac and Biggie.
I'm a big Tupac.
I was gonna say Tupac. I think that was the time. Like that was like the birth, not even the birth, but like it was such a time of speaking for equality and speaking of our hardships. And now you're talking about money and getting girls and you know, well, discussing what you have, not really, you know, trying to empower. Although, like I said, there still are people, you know, working to do that. So I don't know. There's a range.
How do you feel when it comes to like Delaware overall? When it comes to support, because I feel like it really lacks.
I think it really lacks too, and I don't know if it's because we're kind of small relatively, or if people aren't really getting out there. And I think major support groups really just come from people's family and friends, like you're saying. And everything that I've seen, like I've gone to like a couple open mic nights and things, like whether that be in Wilmington or anywhere around here. And I think it really starts with like the friends and family, and then trying to reach out to other people. A lot of times people, especially with rap music, you'll hear somebody has a mixtape or something, and like maybe you'll take their mixtape and you're not going to play their mixtape. You're not going to give them a chance because people think everybody out here is an aspiring rapper, you know what I mean? And like who knows if you're going to be a good one versus the next person. And so I really think it's having that strong support network in your family and friends that kind of gets you to the place where, you know, once your family and friends are saying he's actually worth a listen, then maybe the next person can say, you know, this person actually has something going, they're talented. But I feel like that's the only way that it can start, because Delaware being so small, I think things just kind of go by word of mouth. So it's like you heard like, yo, like this person performed here and they're really great. And I think that's mainly the way that things you know, pass around. However, I do wish that we were more of a big city place where it was like easier to, you know, pass information and more gatherings and more places for us actually to get together and enjoy music. We don't really have like music concerts or any benefit meetings or anything like that. So just being able to hold more events where people who enjoy music and love music can get together would be nice. But hopefully in the future that would happen.
Okay, so if you ever got a record deal, would you choose to go with gospel or R&B?
I think I would definitely choose to go with R&B. And I love gospel, I love God, this is where I started. But I think when you go into the industry as a gospel artist, there's a lot of pressure to hold such an image that I'd rather just avoid. And I think being in R&B, I love R&B music, and I think you have more wiggle room to do what you want with your voice, to sing what you want. You can be an R&B artist and still sing gospel on the side, but I think a lot of people who have labeled themselves just solely as gospel artists or kind of start that way, it not puts them at a disadvantage, but there's just so much expectations to be a certain way, and I think I'd want to be more free as an artist to sing what I want to sing, you know, and just use my gift to kind of reach a wide audience, because a lot of people think a lot of things, like if you're just a gospel artist, you're just supposed to sing this way and do this way, and I think it just gave me more room to, you know, be creative.